Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be going over exact offers, exact cold traffic offers that actually sell in cold outbound in AI lead generation. So I run an AI lead generation agency for mainly for marketing agency for scaling marketing agencies to anywhere from 5 to 20 leads per week. And essentially, the way I construct offers is, basically three parts, and all three of these are essential in actually making up an offer that people actually want to, you know, uh, actually want to read and then reply to, and then get on a call with the owner of the company to explore, the solution to their problem. Essentially, there are three main components of a cold traffic offer, right? And a cold traffic offer is different from a warm traffic offer. And I have covered these quite a bit in different videos, but I'm going to go over the three components of a cold traffic offer, and then I can explain exactly how it differs from warm traffic offers or inbound offers. So this one is like, the first thing is obviously a deliverable. So you need something to sell. You need something of a solution to the problem that you're reaching out to solve. So this deliverable should be tangible. This should be about an outcome that you can deliver for a company. So outcome to deliver for a business that you're reaching out to, that you're reaching out to essentially, get their attention and actually get them on a call, right? And the purpose of AI lead generation, the purpose of cold outbound, cold email mainly, and some cold calling as well, is essentially to get a sales call booked in the calendar, right? It's not to sell in the email. Emails are not used for actually selling the offer. It's for getting people interested, getting people to reply, getting people to raise their hands as to say that, okay, this is something that they could explore doing for their own company, right? So you do not sell in the email, you only sell the call in the email. You do not so the offer needs to actually be interesting enough and has should have these three components enough, so that they can actually get on a call with you to explore the solution. First is deliverable, which is an outcome to deliver for a business, and this is not a service. This is not a list of features or any service that you'll be building. For example, in my case, whenever I'm selling my AI lead generation offer for a agency, I always sell the deliverable. So I sell that I'll be giving you 5 to 20 leads per week. I do not sell people that, you know, um, I will be giving them a complete cold outbound system built in built in like five different AI platforms and these tools, and I will be scraping 10,000 lead lists, and will be signing up to this platform, and so on and so forth. So the businesses, the decision maker of the business that you are actually reaching out to through cold email, does not care about that. They only care about the outcome. So the deliverables should be focused on the outcome, which is, in my case, I'll give you these many leads per week or per month. And in your case, for example, it could be anything, like if you're an agency, if you're doing any kind of web design, software development, marketing, or PR, you will be promising some kind of Google ranking or media coverage, or you know SEO offer. It could be like a branding offer that promises anywhere from any number of leads a week, a specific revenue number per 3 months or so, traffic from ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on in case of AI SEO offers, and so on, right? So deliverables should be outcome. The next thing is essentially a timeline. So this is a short time in which um, you'll be delivering that offer. Why you need this to be short is essentially, like Alex Hormozy says, like, you always need to compete with any given business in terms of service, in three different aspects. One is like time, and the other is like the main thing is that either you do it fast or you do it quickly, so that somebody takes uh, a week to do something, you'll be doing it in like a couple of days. Or somebody takes like 2 months to do something, you'll be doing it in 2 weeks. So that's like a tangible thing that people can actually see, uh, become interested enough that they will be happy to jump on a call with you to explore this. So essentially, you are asking somebody to give you their time of day and spend it with you exploring this solution. So your solution has to mean something impressive. So this timeline should be impressive enough to actually generate a result. The third thing is risk reversal, and risk reversal is essentially a guarantee that if it doesn't pan out, what would you do? What would you do then, right? So in case of agencies, for example, you just can say something like, if we don't get you in the top 5 Google rankings in the next 90 days, we'll keep working for free without any monthly retainer until we get you those. And or in my case, for example, I promise my clients anywhere from 20 to 40 leads in the next 90 days, or I'll keep working for free until they get there. So risk reversal is essentially, you want to make sure that most of the risk is on you instead of the client, and that's how you actually generate enough interest for them to actually say that, okay, let's do a call, let's explore this option in 30 minutes, and that's how you get them on a call, right? So a cold traffic offer needs to have these three things, and if you have these three things properly dialed in, you will be booking calls for sure. If everything else around your offer is also properly done, optimal, like infrastructure and your deliverability is like completely fine, above 90, 95, 98%, and you have enough sending volume, and your offer is composed of these three things, then for sure you'll be booking calls, right? There's no way that you won't be booking calls. If you're not booking calls, if you're not getting leads, then it's always one of these three things that's actually missing, right? If the offer is not good, no one will be interested, even if they see your email, or they'll be just deleting it, or they'll be replying not interested, or something along those lines. If your deliverability is not good, they will be not seeing your email at all. Your email will end up in spam. So, and if you're, so you have to make sure that all of these things are properly, optimized, so that you have the highest chances of generating any amount of leads that you want, according to the number of volume emails that you're sending per day or per week or per month, right? And obviously, there needs to be some volume in AI lead gen. You cannot send 1,000 emails in a month and expect like good results. You have to send at least 10,000 plus emails a month to get anywhere from 5 to 10 calls per month, right? So the math works out in your favor if all of these three things are dialed in, and you'll be booking calls for sure, right? So today I'm going to be going over like 4 different offers that I have personally seen working, both for my clients and for other consulting that I've done. Um, and I have 2 links in the description of this video, which are links to either booking a call with me to explore this for your own agency. So this will all be done for you. If you don't want to figure all of this yourself, you can just book a call with me, and my team and I will actually just build out everything for you, and you'll be just you know hopping on client calls. That's it. So if you want to do that, book a call. And if you want me to consult with you instead of doing everything with you, then I also have that option in the description. Just book a call for that. It's a one-on-one offer. So yeah, I'd be happy to help out. Other than that, let's get into the first offer, which is a marketing company that was selling to different verticals in local service business verticals like landscaping and plumbing and roofing and so on. So this is one offer. So Blake's Plumbing is ranking above you on Google for plumber for New York, and taking the calls that should be yours. Want me to show you exactly how you can replace them. Essentially, if I show you how these three things actually convert into this offer, you are promising a deliverable, which is an outcome. So essentially, you are promising that this prospect's business will be replacing this guy, which is ending up in the top 3 or top 5 of Google. Whenever a prospect searches for a plumber in New York, right? So that's the deliverable. The timeline is essentially, okay, so this is not promising a timeline, but the urgency here is completely there. So want me to show you exactly how you can replace them. So if somebody wants to replace them, they will know that this will be like an SEO or an AIO offer, right? An AI SEO or a Google SEO offer. And that takes around like a few weeks or a few months to actually, get the reviews, optimize the Google business profile, and so on and so forth, right? So that there is an implicit urgency in this offer because Blake's plumbing, this guy's plumbing is actually ranking below it, below this Blake's plumbing, and essentially taking all the calls meant for them, and they just have no calls. Whereas this business is having like 5 to 10 calls per day, right? So there's implicit timeline, and risk reversal is essentially built in. So want me to show you how exactly you can replace them? This is a soft CTA. We call this a soft CTA because essentially we're not wanting to get them on a call. We just essentially this is like a lead magnets kind of CTA. uh, the person who actually sees this in their email, they will think that, okay, this person might have something valuable for me to look at. It could be a document, it could be a link, it could be something else, it could be a Loom video for all. So this person could have something valuable for me, so that I should reply and see that, okay, how can I get my Google business ranking to number 1 or number 2 or number 3, at least top 5, so that people can actually see my business when they search for it. Most people do not actually go into more results and want to scroll down and see your business, right? They only pick the first business that they like in the first 3 or 5 businesses that appear in the results, right? So that's a soft CTA. And essentially this is like a extremely good offer because it just delivers all of the things properly. And the risk reversal will essentially come in the second email when the prospect replies, okay, show it to me, and how would you do it, and share more info. A prospect will reply along something along those lines, and your next email will be, in reply to this, will be a document or a Loom video, or something along those lines, right? And you give that, and at the end you say that, okay, we'll get you to top 3 Google ranking in the next 90 days, or you don't pay. So essentially this is the risk reversal in this case. It's like a step 2 reversal, but this offers converts really well. I've done it for my own clients, and I've seen it in the wild as well, like other people talking about it. So it's really good. This is the next offer. Offer number 2 is essentially for a e-commerce marketing agency. So e-commerce marketing agency, and this was essentially like a SaaS business, more marketing and SaaS. They sell like SaaS deliverables as well, like a subscription offer as well. But essentially this was like optimizing their homepage and product pages of e-commerce brands. So this was like your pop-ups take 9 seconds to load on mobile, and most buyers leave after 3. I'll have it under 2 seconds by the end of this week. Want me to show you how? This is also like you're driving home that, okay, this brand's pop-ups are not converting well, right? And you're essentially stating the problem, and right then you're stating that, okay, I will give you this, and I will give you this in this timeline, right? So we are hitting all 3 of these, right? All 3 of these. And risk reversal is essentially, the step 2 solution again. Want me to show you how? We are not saying anything about investment or pricing or anything like that. And this alone is like making people respond positively to this, because they want to know what it costs to get that done, right? They want to know exactly how you'll do it and what it'll cost them. So this is like an implicit way to make someone really interested and just reply to your email, and then you can take that conversation to book a call, right? That's your offer number 2. Offer number 3 is essentially, okay, should I take this up somewhere here so that I have more space? Yep. Okay. So this is offer number 3, which is, I'll make 3 UGC videos of someone using your product for free so you can run them this week. Want me to send them in the next 48 hours. So you're promising a deliverable, which is, 3 UGC. You can also see 3 UGC to make it easier to read. These are small knickknacks that you can easily spot when you are, when you have been doing cold email for a long time, or when you understand exactly how it all works, right? How people read, the psychology, what makes people reply, what makes people interested. If you understand these things, if you do this enough times you'll start to see these small patterns that make people reply and make people want to book a call, right? So I'll make 3 UGC videos of someone using your product for free, so you can run them this week. Want me to send you the video in 48 hours. So this has the deliverable, this has the timeline, and we are not talking about any pricing. We are not talking about no investment, because this is like free, right? So there's no guarantee to be had. You don't need a guarantee if you're promising something for free, right? So, so if a brand really wants some like really good creatives, and they just want to test out your service for free, and if you already have some extremely cheap, extremely dialed in way of generating these UGC videos of somebody using some other e-commerce brands products, then you can just have an automation that immediately makes those 3 videos in within like 10 minutes or so and send them over, right? You can upload them to Google Drive and send the Google Drive links, or that folder link or something. So I have other videos on my channel which discuss how you can build automations around reply handling and stuff. But that's not the purpose of this video. This video is about generating, like, making good offers so that people are compelled to reply, right? So this is essentially, I'll make 3 videos and I'll send you, and this is completely for free. So you're promising a free deliverable, and you won't believe how amazing this offer is. Like, we got like, I think 48 positive replies in a week of running this, and we had like, I think like a 4% reply rates, and about like a 50%, oh no, 55% were positive, right? So this worked really well, and I think you can see it by now, because you essentially, you're promising something really valuable for free. And like, you can change the CTA here as well. So instead of saying this, you can say, want me to run them for you for free. Instead of saying for free here, you can just say for free here. And essentially what you want to be promising here is, want me to run them for you for free, and essentially you'll be making sure to redirect those ads to their landing page, and essentially just giving them traffic from your ad, right? This is like a crazy good offer. I have seen so many calls booked from offers like these two, right? CTAs, especially CTAs, call to action. It's in case somebody doesn't understand what CTA is, it's a call to action, right? There's 2 kinds of CTAs. There's a hard CTA, there's a cold CTA, right? Hard CTA is essentially, asking for a call immediately. If you are interested in this offer, can we do a call this week or something like that, Or soft CTA is essentially you promising a deliverable, like this like exactly like these 3 UGC videos, for example, right? So that's your 4th offer that had like an extremely good reply rate and positive reply rate. The 4th offer that I want to talk to you about is essentially this one, which is, so this is essentially for a AI agency that was working with any kind of local service business and selling AI voice agents. So AI voice agents, essentially, you'll think that these offers are like extremely saturated and everybody is selling AI agents, AI voice agents, AI voice receptionists right now, because it's so easy, right? It's so easy to set up. It's cheap to set up, and you can just sell it, and it's so saturated. You'll be thinking that, but I have generated so many good calls for my clients, my voice agent clients, just through this offer. So I can break it down for you now. So this offer is essentially, I called at this number, and this number is essentially scraped from their Google business profile. So this is like a variable, phone number variable in the cold outreach. 2 times yesterday, but no answer. Are you still open? This is the extremely big pain point for businesses, local businesses, that actually do not understand. They do not understand how many calls, how many leads they are missing when they're not, when they do not have a receptionist, or I don't know, when they're out, when they're sleeping, when they're on in the weekend, after hours, any of those times. So I'll put a voice AI voice agent on it for free for 2 weeks. So you see how many calls, how many more calls it gets you. You don't pay if you don't see an increase. This offer has converted really well for us because this essentially promises the AI voice agent upfront, like for free for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, and you don't pay if you don't see an increase in the number of leads. And of course, any business that employs a voice agent will see in like a 20, 30, even 50% increase in number of leads, because the amount of leads that they miss after like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. is like insane, right? So if they can capture those leads, those people calling at 9 p.m. at night and nobody's picking up, if this AI agent picks up even one lead a week, that will be like 10 leads a 5 7 leads a week that they'll get just by deploying this voice agent. So we are essentially promising 5 to 10 leads upfront in this offer, right? Good God, I can't type. 5 to 10 leads. You're promising 5 to 10 leads upfront. Like you're not charging for it, and the guarantee is implicit. You're not charging for it. You just want to set it up so that they can see how valuable it is, so that then you can negotiate an offer, like a price, right? So this offer is like has converted really well. So if you're doing any kind of voice agent AI receptionist offer, feel free to steal this. This has worked like really well for me. And this works with any kind of local service business. I've seen this work with plumbing, roofing, um, literally like tree removal, healthcare, wellness studios. I've seen this work with like so many local service businesses that it's just insane. So feel free to steal this, and feel free to steal any of these offers. Really, I am very helpful. Uh, I'm you can take any of these and just run with it and tell me if you actually get more leads and more calls booked from these offers. And yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you find this video helpful, feel free to tell me in the comments as to any new ideas that you want me to make videos about, or any questions you may have about these offers or anything else regarding cold outbound AI lead generation. And if you want my agency to come into our agency and just completely handle all of the lead generation for you, so that the only job you and your sales team have to do is just engage these leads, engage these warm leads on autopilot that I give you like every 5 to 10 leads a week on autopilot. Just book a call and we can get started. And thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow, and bye.